You may be seated. I invite you into a few moments of silent prayer and quiet meditation as we begin our commencement ceremonies. Let us pray. Faithful God, you promise that you know the plans you have for us, for our welfare and not for harm, to give us a future with hope. Then when we call upon you and come and pray to you, you will hear us. Stay with us, that we may grow inside ourselves, learning the ways of gentleness, to embrace the sick with healing, to comfort the oppressed with justice, to take only what we need from the earth, to be servants in the cause of peace, unafraid of miracles, and alive with hope. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Good morning. My name is Barbara Farley. I serve as the Vice President of Academic Affairs and the Dean of the College. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this commencement ceremony in Augsburg's 143rd year. My thanks to Dr. Peter Hendrickson, Associate Professor of Music and Class of 1976, and Augsburg students for providing the processional music, and to Pastor Sonia for today's invocation. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of 28 students in the Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies program and 465 students in the undergraduate day program. To all the parents, spouses, partners, guardians, children, and friends, I extend a special welcome. Thank you for joining us for one of the most important annual events in the life of the college. Today's ceremony focuses on the theme of global peace and celebrates Augsburg's commitment to exploring the opportunities and obstacles in working toward a more peaceful world. As the new home of the annual Nobel Peace Prize Forum, Augsburg embraces the efforts of individuals and communities that promote reconciliation and justice around the world. Today's commencement speaker, honorary degree recipients, and the representative of the class of 2012 will echo this theme in their messages. It is now my pleasure to introduce President Paul C. Pribenow. Dr. Pribenow is passionate about Augsburg's legacy of building strong relationships with the neighborhoods we serve in this region and around the world. He is a founding member of the American Commonwealth Partnership, which was launched earlier this year at the White House. This initiative holds up the ideal of civic education as a public good, not simply a private benefit. Please join me in welcoming President Pribenow.
Thank you. I would like to add my warm welcome to all of you gathered here today on this proud occasion. It's one of the great joys of my role as president of Augsburg to participate in the various moments in the life of the college wherein we honor and celebrate the accomplishments of our students. You are, of course, the reason we have existed for 143 years. We are proud of all of you and very pleased that so many of your family and friends are with us this morning. The Marina Christensen Justice Award is given to one member of the senior class whose actions, commitments, and future aspirations most profoundly exemplify Augsburg's motto, education for service. During his or her time at Augsburg, the student must have demonstrated a dedication to the kind of community involvement characterized by the personal and professional life of Marina Christensen Justice, who courageously and effectively reached out to disadvantaged people and communities. It is my pleasure to present the Marina Christensen Justice Award, and I ask this year's recipient, William Billy Hamilton, to step forward as I read about the award and his accomplishments. Billy? Billy graduates as an honors student with double majors in social work and Spanish. His social work faculty advisor said of Billy, while living out the social work values of service and social justice, he is committed to advocating for human rights, especially for those from vulnerable, oppressed, and disenfranchised groups. Billy has been actively engaged with the Twin Cities Hispanic and Latino communities during his time at Augsburg. He volunteered as a member of a campaign outreach team that worked to register Hispanic and Latino voters in Minnesota. He also worked with the communities at La Conexión, working with Latinos to secure employment, translate documents, advocate for legal rights, secure affordable housing, and to connect with ESL resources. While studying in the social work program at Augsburg's site in Cuernavaca, Mexico during his junior year, Billy did an internship with an organization that works to advance women's reproductive rights and to provide reproductive health education. During his senior year, he served as an intern at the Neighborhood House in St. Paul, where he focused on connecting members of the West Side neighborhood to political leaders and advocating for the organization to join in a coalition working against the proposed voter ID amendment. On campus, Billy has been a leader in the college's Step Up program, serving on the peer review board and speaking at various schools about addiction and recovery. Billy exemplifies every aspect we hope for in our students, that they become informed citizens, thoughtful stewards, critical thinkers, and responsible leaders. Through him, Augsburg's motto and the ideals that Marina Christensen Justice stood for continue to thrive. Please join me in honoring Billy Hamilton, the 2012 Marina Christensen Justice Award recipient.
Mr. President, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Martha Stortz, the Bernard M. Christensen Professor of Religion and Vocation, who present the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Bishop Zephaniah Kamita has been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Regents.
Bishop Zephaniah Kameta, during your 40-year career as a religious and political leader in Namibia, you have consistently sacrificed your own safety to achieve freedom and rights for the people of Namibia. As Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, you provided important leadership by building a stable, democratic government. Your strong commitment to justice led you to speak out boldly against the apartheid regime in Southwest Africa. Your support of the Southwest African People's Organization brought hope to your fellow Africans in their struggle for independence. After serving in the government for 10 years, you returned to ministry in rural Namibia and accepted the call to lead the Evangelical Lutheran Church in the Republic of Namibia. You turned your attention to the poor, particularly to orphans of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. Your leadership has influenced attitudes toward those affected by this disease and has brought Lutheran congregations together in the mission of caring for the sick and the orphaned in Namibia. An advocate for women and children, you have worked to promote personal autonomy and human rights. You led the nation's global call to action against poverty, helped to establish the experimental basic income grant program, and continue to serve on the board of the Women's Action for Development organization. You are empowering the people of Namibia and providing resources to improve the quality of their lives. Bishop Kameta, your courage stands as a model of servant leadership in the face of oppression. Your determination in the struggle to end apartheid rule, commitment to the establishment of an independent democratic Namibia, and dedication to serving the Namibian people have made you a respected leader in your home country and in the international Lutheran community. Mr. President, I am honored to present Bishop Zephaniah Kameta as a candidate for the degree of the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Bishop Kameta, as we celebrate Augsburg's abiding commitment to global peace, we honor your work on behalf of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in Africa. As a servant of God's people, your dedication, courage, and compassion inspire our students to global citizenry. Your work serves as a moving example of service to and love for our neighbors. By the authority granted to me by the Board of Regents of Augsburg College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and express my gratitude for your wholehearted embrace of the promise of a global liberal arts education. Congratulations.
At my ordination on the 11th of November, 1972, and I have now the sermon in my mind we had this morning. The Lord took me on a journey of 40 years. At the age of 27 years, I will be reaching an age of 67 now. So it was an Exodus journey. Indeed, a liberating journey. What shall I say at this moment? I'm not worthy to be your servant, O Lord, but your grace was sufficient. I received this degree on behalf of my wife and children and grandchildren, but also on behalf of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in the Republic of Namibia, and on behalf of the people of Namibia, with these words, Soli Deo Gloria. The honor belongs to God alone. I thank you.
Mr. President, I am pleased to introduce Dr. James Vela McConnell, Associate Professor of Sociology, who will present the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Nontombi Naomi Tutu has been recommended by the faculty and approved by the Board of Regents.
Nontombi Naomi Tutu, through your work as a human rights activist and a champion for the dignity of all people, you have striven to promote justice and equality for women, children, the poor, and the disenfranchised in your home country of South Africa and around the world. As an international scholar, you have lectured worldwide on the topics of race and gender relations. You speak passionately about the importance of accepting our differences and using them as gifts to learn about each other. You have created safe spaces for people to talk about racism, race, violence, gender, and prejudice. For more than 12 years, you have shared your social justice and human rights message with audiences across the United States and throughout the world. As a global activist, You have worked to promote healing and reconciliation among peoples at home and abroad through such efforts as your Truth and Reconciliation initiatives for groups dealing with conflict. You have been dedicated to bringing people together to celebrate their differences and to acknowledge their shared humanity. Throughout your career, you have worked to promote economic development in Africa. Through your creation of the Tutu Foundation for Development and Relief, you provide scholarships to South African refugees in other African countries, helping them obtain skills to both sustain themselves and find meaningful work. As the call to action speaker at the 2012 Nobel Peace Prize Forum, you encourage participants to claim the prize of peace. Your passion for social justice challenges all people to see the other in themselves and to recognize and celebrate the humanity of those who might be seen as the enemy. You have stated eloquently that in order to claim that prize, all people must be willing to pay the price of uncertainty, humility, and recognizing our interconnectedness as human beings. Mr. President, I am honored to present Nontombi Naomi Tutu as a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Nontombe Naomi Tutu, as we celebrate Augsburg's abiding commitment to global peace, we honor you for your dedication to issues of social justice and human rights. You exemplify Augsburg's calling to serve our neighbor, and you encourage us to honor and respect our differences. By the authority granted to me by the Board of Regents of Augsburg College, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and express my gratitude for your wholehearted embrace of the promise of a more just and responsible world. Congratulations. It is now my great privilege to present to you our commencement speaker, Ms. Nontombi Naomi Tutu. We are honored to have you with us for today's celebration. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you. Good morning. I heard that there were at least 400 graduates, and that was like, sounded like 20 people in this room. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you so much for this honor. I don't think you understand how very important it is to me. I started a doctoral program at the London School of Economics in the late 80s and never completed. And my father has held that against me and has told me that everything that has gone wrong in my life is because I didn't finish that degree. So now I am relieved to know that my roof will no longer leak, my fridge will no longer break down, because I have finally received a doctorate. To the class of 2012, congratulations. I know that it has been a trying path at times, as well as a path of great joy in getting to know your fellow classmates, getting the support of the faculty and staff here, and family and friends. So I would like to be the first, or the second, or maybe I'm the third, to congratulate you. I grew up with a slight disadvantage in that I grew up as an African child with a very literal mind. Now, any African will tell you that for most of us, the education we receive from our elders comes largely in the form of proverbs. And so when you are faced with something, somebody will come up with a proverb that is supposed to show you the light, or show you the path, or give you at least another way of thinking of it. And for me, they all sounded very bizarre. Now, I know that you've heard of it takes a village to raise a child. That's a great one. I mean, that makes sense. You know, you can, even if you're literal, you can make sense of that. It takes a community to raise every child. But I would hear things like, the elephant never finds its trunk too heavy. Who asked the elephant? You know? That would be the first thing that would come into my mind. Who asked? How do you know? Did you talk to the elephant? Or the child that does not cry dies on its mother's back. Didn't she know she put a baby on her back? If the baby didn't cry, you wouldn't know that, oh, there's someone on my back. Maybe I need to feed them, or maybe I need to change them. And so I would have all these discussions with my grandparents, especially, who were very fond of those proverbs. And when I said to my grandmother, well, she put the baby on her back, didn't she remember that? She said, my child, it is not a literal thing. What we are saying is, if you do not speak up when you feel oppressed or when you see another oppressed, then you will lose. And one of my favorites, the one that I would like to use as my theme for today, is in the time of flood, the wise build bridges, the foolish build walls. I would say, who is building when it's flooding? Get out of there, okay? Whether it's a bridge or a wall, you don't need to be building. And again, my poor grandmother would say, we're not talking about literal floods, Nondombi. What we are talking about is when there is difficulty or crisis, that those who are wise look for ways to reach out, to build relationship, to build coalition. And those who are foolish look to put up walls to protect themselves, they think, from the danger, from the crisis. And as difficult as it was for me to grasp that at that time, as I have grown older, it has come to make so much sense to me. And as today we talk about ourselves as activists in the path for global peace, I think that proverb captures the challenge to us, that we decide to be those who are wise, those who reach out rather than close ourselves off, that we be those who build bridges, those who look for the opportunity to find partners, to find allies, particularly amongst those whom we might regard as other or as enemy. Now, the truth is that part of the reason that the foolish can build walls is that building walls is so much easier than building bridges. That it is so much easier when we are faced with a time of confusion or of crisis to look for someone else to blame. To say, if only those people acted a little bit better, we would be able to work with them. If only those people were more responsible, we would not be in the place we find ourselves today. And as we look around the world and see so many areas of conflict, what is common in those areas is that the large percentage of people are looking to build walls, looking to divide themselves from those whom they see as other. Even here in this country, in our time of economic turmoil, The easiest thing has been to look for those others whom we can blame for where we are, rather than looking out for ways in which we can come together to make a stronger, more loving community. For you setting out now as graduates in 2012, there are, I'm sure, some other crises happening in your lives. Will I find a job? Where am I going to live? And for those too, building bridges is important because you're going to have to sleep on somebody's couch until you find a house. So you better be building bridges with friends and relatives so that you are welcome for that 6 months that might turn into a year. But even more importantly, on our life's quest for a better world, for a more just world, for a peaceful world, we have to be those willing to look for ways to build bridges. Early last month, I spent some time in Israel, Palestine, and Jordan. And the most heartbreaking time for me was an afternoon I spent with some Palestinian teenagers. And they said to me, "Why does nobody care what happens to us? Why is nobody telling our story? Why are we constantly portrayed as terrorists?" And as we talked that afternoon, what I heard in their voices was a lack of hope. And these were young people, 13, 14, up to the age of 17. And when I listened to their voices and listened to that lack of hope, I knew that those of us who say we are struggling for peace and justice have failed them. Because no one should have given up hope by the time they are 13. No one should believe that no one cares about them when they are still a teenager. No one should believe that no one wants to hear their story before they even get to college. And so we are called. We are called to be those who build bridges, those who reach out, those who are willing to look into the face of those whom we know as other and claim them as sister and brother. If we are to go and make this world the world that we are challenged to make it, the world that represents the continuation of Jesus' ministry, then we have to be those who are willing to look weak in order to reach out. We have to be those who are willing to even look stupid because we are willing to listen to the voices that the rest of the world says are unimportant or are dangerous or have nothing to say. If we are going to achieve global peace, then We need to be those who know our weakness and our stupidity is actually our courage and our wisdom. That in reaching out, we are not giving up. Rather, we are dreaming larger. We are dreaming a world of peace and justice. I ask you, class of 2012, that wherever your life may take you, whatever profession you may go into, that you walk on this earth as those trying to build bridges, that you live on this earth as those attempting to bring down the walls of division, of hate, of suspicion, of oppression. I would like to close with a part of a poem by the great theologian Howard Thurman. The full poem is called The Season of Remembrance. But the part that I would like to offer to you is the one that speaks of recommitting ourselves over and over to a view that we can build a better world. Into the challenge of my anguish, I throw the strength of all my hope. I match the darts of my despair with the treasures of my dreams. Upon the current of my heart, I float the burdens of the years. I challenge the mind of death with my love of life. I hope that whatever challenges, whatever anguish you might come across, you will hold on to the hope of a better, peaceful, just world. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tutu, for inspiring us to build bridges and for giving us great, great hope this morning. Augsburg's Jazz Instrumental Vocal Ensemble, under the direction of Dr. Robert Stack, Chair of the Department of Music, will now perform Fantasy.
take a ride in the sky on our ship and decide all your dreams will come true right away.
And we will live together until the 12th of never. Our voices will ring forever as one.
Thought is a dream, rushing by in a stream, bringing life to our kingdom of doing.
Take a ride in the sky on a ship and decide
All your dreams will come true, rise away.
our voices will ring together until the 12th of never.
We all
We'll live love forever
as one.
Come and see victory in a land called fantasy, loving life a new degree. Bring our mind to everlasting liberty.
As one.
Come and see victory in a land called fantasy, loving life for human freedom. Bring your mind to your soul, life is ecstasy. You will find of the kind that has been in search for you. Many lives have brought you to recognize it's your life now in review.
And as you stay for the play, fantasy has in store for you. The glowing light will see you through. It's your day, shining day, all your dreams come true. As you fly in your stride, with the wind as you fly away, give a smile from your lips and say, I am free, yes I'm free, now I'm on my way. As you stay for the play, fantasy has in store for you. A glowing light will see you through. It's your day, shining day, all your dreams come true. As you glide on your stride, with the wind as you fly away, give a smile from your lips and say, I'm free, yes I'm free, now I'm on my way.
That was great. They will be back at the end of our program. I am very pleased to introduce Catherine DeCray, a student in the day program who is representing this year's graduates. She is graduating with a double major in environmental studies and political science. Kathy is an honors program student and SABO scholar. She has served on the State Board of Directors of MPIRG, which is a student organization dedicated to social action and research. Kathy has the distinction of being Augsburg's first winner of the prestigious Udall Fellowship for students pursuing careers related to the environment. Please welcome Catherine DeCray as the representative of the class of 2012.
Thank you. President Pribenow, Dean Farley, honored guests, my family, friends, and of course, my classmates. It's interesting. I remember our first days at Augsburg when we were all young and confused. As I look around this room of leaders, I see we're leaving young and a little less confused. When I was first asked to do this speech on global peace, my thoughts turned to Miss America's canned responses and tearful descriptions of world peace. Sorry, but that's not my scene. That idea of peace feels impersonal, and everything I know about peace is that it is so personal. In order to have peace on a large scale, we must first learn to have peace on a small scale. From my study of the environment, I have learned that very small things can have a big impact on large systems. Tiny variations in temperature, water level, or even the number of bees in your backyard can dramatically affect the environment hundreds of miles away. As a result, I have learned to see interdependence and balance between all things, including humans. Without personal peace, global peace cannot exist. In the next few moments, I would like to reframe the issue of peace by describing my personal struggles with dyslexia, the problem of divisive politics, and how we might go about building peaceful relationships and communities. Finding peace is an ongoing journey. My journey started filled with hate when I was labeled for having dyslexia. Growing up, people didn't understand what it meant to be dyslexic. I was often labeled as one of those special kids they thought wouldn't amount to anything. So, naturally, I labeled everyone else as ignorant bigots. Many teachers had no expectations of me, and it hurt. As a result, I tried to prove myself by acting up in class and challenging the teachers constantly, which only made them dislike me more. I allowed the label of learning disability to run my life, to start a cycle of emotional hatred where I could not see others and they could not see me. And none of us could achieve personal peace. Individual conflicts cannot stay contained. Our lack of personal peace affects every community we belong to. When I arrived at Augsburg, my negative attitudes continued, but I found a new home for them: politics. Politics gave me a whole new group of people to call ignorant. Now, honestly, regardless of your political persuasion, haven't we all thought or said, they are so stupid? If only they had morals or a heart of any kind, our world would be so much better. And unfortunately, when I became a community organizer, I kept the same tone and said the same things many organizers say. These adjective people don't want you to have important noun and will take important noun away from you. If you don't sign this petition, call your senator or shake your fist and scream loudly. Of course, this approach is ridiculous, but many people demonize others by focusing on false negative messages and creating false divides that close door on genuine conversation. For example, I met an environmentalist who had the nerve to disagree with my environmental position. It shocked me. She wasn't us, she wasn't them. I wasn't willing to do the hard work of listening and understanding her position. So I closed the door and moved on. Unfortunately, it is very difficult to build peaceful communities and meaningful dialogues through closed doors. So, how do we go about building meaningful dialogues to create personal and global peace? The answer lies in seeing a glimpse of ourselves in the other. For me, the transformation went something like this. Wait, they're saying we want to take away important noun? We would never do that. We love important noun. Hold up. They love important noun too? At that moment, I saw interdependence. Learning to see interdependence is some of the hardest work we can possibly do. But if I didn't believe in the power of finding connections and listening to all sides of an issue, I would not be up here today. So, as you leave here, I hope you take with you the idea that if you want a peaceful world, you must learn to see interdependence. By challenging ourselves to engage in new ideas and work through conflicts, peace becomes possible. And if we can acknowledge this interdependence on a small scale, your actions towards personal peace will ripple outward and transform the world. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Dr. Amy Gort, Dean of Arts and Sciences, will now present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Music.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty at Augsburg College, upon whose recommendation these degrees are granted, and in their name, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Physician Studies. Candidates, you will come forward as directed by the marshals. I will announce the names of the members of the class as they come to the platform. Nicholas Jeremiah Meath. Benjamin J. Stasek. Rory Matthew Haney. Ashley Jill Millette. Jeffrey John Moore. Christina Marie Most. Stephanie Marie Nawala. Jennifer Lynn Hart. Win Pham. Morgan Michelle Lean. Amy R. Hakenen. Natalie Louise Alm. Laura Christina Cochran. Sarah Elizabeth Johnson. Andrea Lee Wold. Sarah Fern Pattison. Ashley A. Koskinami. Katarina Heron. Sarah Bernadette Dufine Scully. Kirsten Lee Foss. Tricia K. Burt. Ashley K. Weber. Nora Natalia Keegan. Abby Marie Willert. Kristen J. Johnson. Hans C.N. Linval. Summer Caitlin Angelina Hansen Hagen.
Will the master's candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority entrusted in me by the faculty and Board of Regents of Augsburg College, and upon nomination by the faculty, I now confer upon you who have completed these requirements the master's degree of the Physician Assistant Studies program with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And I look forward to your important contributions to the health and well-being of our neighborhood, our city, and our world. Congratulations.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty at Augsburg College, on whose recommendations these degrees are granted, and in their name, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the degrees of the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Music. After reading the names of the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees, 3 kinds of honors might be announced. First, Latin honors. These honors are based on cumulative grade point average. Additionally, in order to graduate summa cum laude, students must successfully complete an in-depth oral examination. Candidates for Latin honors wear cords on their shoulders in the school colors maroon and gray. Second, graduates who have completed college honors program curriculum will be designated honors program graduate, and those honors scholars wear gold cords around their necks. And finally, students who have completed special curricular requirements with a high average in their disciplinary area of study will be noted as having departmental honors. President Pribenow will be assisted once again by Mike Good, Chair of the Board of Regents. We request that you hold your applause so that all names can be heard. Please come forward. Jeffrey Gordon Dwayne Hoberg. Tyler John Phillips. Thomas Lee Rickson. Joffrey Bernard Gill. Anita Raya Hutchinson. DeAndre Everton Dennis. Jackie Lorraine Heslaff. Alexandra Catherine Whitehurst. Natasha Tamar Leach. Edmund Maurice Smith. Simone Kali Minus. Danielle Dominique Goodwin. Emmanuel Edward Marcelino. Amatala Umar Ubdalahi. Amy Loken Aylesworth. Ein Ha Mak, Honors Program. Nu T. Kan Win, Cum Laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Mathematics, and Pi Mu Epsilon. Cassie Eloise Benjamin Ficken, Departmental Honors in Mathematics, Pi Mu Epsilon. Tashina Elaine LaChapelle. Eli John Grobel, magna cum laude. Rachel Leah McConnell Okerlund, magna cum laude. Zahra Mohammed Abdirazak. Chris James Fleming. Elizabeth Kane Insara. Sarah Ann Kidd, cum laude. Brianna Ray Fouch. Ku Hua Lee. Nicholas George Wilson, magna cum laude. Ahmed M. Gobana. Hudayfa Ali. Jay Zong Chen. Megan J. Walsh. Maureen Rose Kavanaugh, cum laude. Hillary Rose Sherwhite, cum laude. Claire Colleen Bartell. Stephanie Robin Sachs. Brittany Lee Ronaldo Harris. Crystal Jean Rice. Sammy Wagner. Serene Alicia Levine. Kelly Ann Quill. Hannah Kramer Askew. Sarah Elizabeth Whitty Jacobs. Andrew Brian DiGennaro, Departmental Honors in English. Christine Lois Choi Glazer. Emily C. Nichols. Brian Russell Wiestrom. Andrew Jacobson Chadwick, cum laude. Avril Monica Jarvis. Jessica Winnie Garwick Elamine. Chelsea Edith Crivello, cum laude. Megan Lynn Manderscheid. That's okay. Brian Timothy Engelleiter, cum laude. Neil William Benedict. Lucia Belén Gachoso, summa cum laude honors program. Remy Bohomic. Danielle Justine Holtz. Abby Marie Vandermoten, cum laude. Taylor Jameson Felter, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Chu Su Lee. Jumyoung Funso, magna cum laude. Chi Yang. Ka Yua Vang. Nu Yang. Maiku Vang. Maizua Vang. Mai Chua Tao. Samantha Evelyn Steele. Mi Vang. Nancy Vu. Jeffrey Shang. Andrew Willard North. Kristen Lee Rasmussen. Chua Shang. Crystalline Corin Kirsten, cum laude. Nathan Wayne Lexfold. Jake Sautzer. Bradley Michael Baus, cum laude. Caitlin Grant Batzloff, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Amy Jo Upsall, Honors Program. Kylie Nicole Persing, cum laude. Jennifer Marie Pulscher. Erin Alexandra Jugasek. Jeremy Edward Bergman. Nico James Mikasevich. Brian Gregory Duell. David Richard Maddie. Peter James Osborne. Max Cho Maceman. Timothy James Ebert, cum laude. Alexander Robert Sundin. Erica Lynn Wilson. Colin Joseph Levine Horrigan. Bain Harrison Kale. Timothy Paul Aldrich, magna cum laude. Mallory Jane Karstens, cum laude. Alexis Lee Stadstad, magna cum laude, honors program. Abby Ray Fonhorst, honors program. Sally Jane Watrous. Devin Renee Pittorf. Kaya Regina Zupke. Kristen Gail Bungie, cum laude, honors program. Rebecca Ann Ryman, cum laude, honors program. Anne Alexandra Janis. Jennifer Elizabeth Trombley. Thank you. Amber Leanne Robleski. Christina Ann Dahl, cum laude. Allison Biat Witt, cum laude. Samantha Lee Thompson. Brandon John Lindahl. Ben Schwanke, cum laude. Timothy Sean Fulton. Ashley Faye Erickson, cum laude. Jenna Lee Anderson, cum laude. Adam Paul Thielen. Jonathan Powers Wolf. Salma Mohammed Ahmed. Iba Yusuf. Fardosa A. Hassan. Maisia Yang. Saido Abdi Rashid. Naima Abdi Hir. Ifra Mohammed Yassin. Ahmed Shakur Ahmed Ali. Shwaib M. Gobana. Sarah Patricia Hollick. Holly Lynn Stoner, summa cum laude, honors program. Thomas Michael Ringberg. Benjamin Nathaniel Robertson. David Toshikazu Ishida, honors program. Catherine Marie Lawson, summa cum laude, honors program. Rebecca Elizabeth Moores, cum laude. Adelie Martha DeBoer, summa cum laude. Ryan Robert Benke, cum laude. Andrew Elliott Fox, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in medieval studies. Rosa Jean Wells, magna cum laude, departmental honors in film. Anna Katrina Tonjas. Corey James Clint. Bridget Marie Landecker, magna cum laude. Nicholas Jonathan Gorman. Megan Esther Smith, cum laude. Charlotte Lee Deegan. Jill Lynette Dean. Catherine Grace Lewis, magna cum laude. Jade Elizabeth Orvik Larson, magna cum laude, honors program. Katie Marie Gessel. Kelsey Marie Paul. Shannon Catherine Dunham. Allison Summers Alseth. Taylor Lawson. Cassandra Jean Krigo, cum laude. Samantha Marie Lee, magna cum laude. Andrew Edward Greshik Grimm. Anthony H. Humphrey. Corey Arthur Polta. Brett John Sorensen, cum laude. Joseph Allen Donner. Eric John Volkman. Lindsay Marie Childs. Spencer Flodine. Anthony Robert Valek, magna cum laude. Alexander Dustin Johnson. Justin Daniel Koob. Zachary Price Enrico. Michael Patrick Gallagher. Madeline Lorraine Van Heck, magna cum laude. Jacob Carter Slattery, magna cum laude, departmental honors in music. Benjamin William Main. Gloria Elizabeth Shinico Morales. Mario Cantor Sanchez, summa cum laude. Tom Ti Win, cum laude. Kan Yi Win, magna cum laude. Min Ho Bin Truong, cum laude. Ryan P. Doyle. Chelsea Anna Duckworth. Haley Ann Thomas. Caitlin Christine Danelski, summa cum laude. Nu Yang. Kevin M. Clutho. Jared Robert Sather. Kelly Mitchell Malloy, summa cum laude. Abdirazak Ahmed Mohammed. Andrew James Whitty, honors program. A.J. Bowler. Krista Ann Bowerker. Ellen Jean Fraley, cum laude. Elizabeth Jane Patton, magna cum laude. Roque Lester, honors program. Deidre Renee Smith, cum laude, honors program. Catherine L. DeCray, honors program. Lily Marie Morris, honors program. Danielle E. Dunham, magna cum laude. Lydia Claire Rice. Sean Patterson Dracup. Nathaniel Thomas Scheinheit. Amelia Marguerite Catherine Rathwish. Yosef Stephen Gaslow. Daniel J. Hecker. Tucker Williams. Jaron Talib Farah. Tom Peterson. Robert Joseph Mansour. Abby Lynn Ealing. Sarah Mae Jurgensen. Katya Elise Iverson, magna cum laude, honors program. Claire Gillen Rosen, cum laude. Stephanie Ann Angel. Natalia Jean Novotny Flotten. Jordan L. Schoenberg. Amy Kathleen Burrell. Mark Thurston Spicer, magna cum laude. Thomas Martin Peterson, cum laude. Lindsay Deborah Burdick, cum laude. Jacob David Anderson. David William Korsted. Alejandro Reyes Hernandez. Lance Michael Kiefer. Jacob Nelson Johnson, cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in film. Katrina Ann Caldwell. Catherine Ann Radford, summa cum laude, honors program, Psi Chi Honor Society. Ryan James Wilsey. Nathan Leonard Graves Johnson, honors program. Christina Michelle Halling, cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in English. Adam David Spanier, magna cum laude, honors program, film, departmental honors. Timothy Preston Bemrich. Lauren Teresa Bickle, cum laude, honors program. Taylor Ann Foster. Marta Lorraine Wyatt, honors program. Sarah Jane Corbell, magna cum laude. Andrea Marie Bussey. Peter Frederick Torvik. Jeremy Allen Anthony, cum laude, departmental honors in mathematics, Pi Mu Epsilon. Megan Ray Sutherland. Jasmine Nicole Zand, cum laude, honors program, Pi Mu Epsilon. Joseph Dale Rossiter. Lauren Nicole Grafelman, summa cum laude, honors program. Laura Johanna Essenberg, magna cum laude, honors program. Juliana Helen Zollner, cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in chemistry. Caitlin J. Worth, summa cum laude. Justin James Ingebretson. Peter Gregory Klink. Catherine Mary Loving. Benjamin John Loving. Nicholas Shepard Sweeney. Evan David Lewis. Daniel P. Scheel, cum laude. Marisol Compusano. Amy Patricia Kalaveg. Ellen Marin Hankin. Elizabeth Jean Jessica, cum laude. Paige Marie Onstead, cum laude. William Frank Hamilton, summa cum laude, departmental honors in Spanish. Maria G. Avillar Hinojosa, honors program. Katrina Colleen DeMuth Lutzi, cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in theater arts. Laura Ashley Steinis, magna cum laude, honors program. Megan Elizabeth Holmes, summa cum laude, honors program. Angelica Vinette Erickson, honors program. Katie Ann LaFavor. Caroline Nasozi Sanungi. Lauren Ashley Zamorano. Chelsea Sue Mauricio. Emily Lynn Daly, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Amato. Tracy Meredith Singer. Heidi Ann Willey. Brittany Joy Borlard. Samantha Josephine Hebzinski, cum laude. Richard Thomas Noland. Creasy K. Lane. Jenna Suzanne Marcourt. Caitlin Ann Lamarand. Alicia Anna Fowler. Robert Quincy Voigtlander. Caleb Bruce Robert Sainenden. Melanie Ann Wiggin. Amber Lynn Weisinger. Matthew Casey Thornton. Nicholas Raymond Ortloff. Brian Wilson Pitt. Lance Eric Ani. Scott Thomas Heeman, cum laude. Brittany Ann Gentinen, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Theater Arts. Kathleen M. Watson, summa cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Theater Arts. Caleb Joseph Wagner, Departmental Honors in Film. Colton Thomas Seidel. Amber Rose Taylor. Amanda K. Lowe, cum laude. Mahad Anwar Minas, Departmental Honors in Biology. Saeed Hussein. Steve P. Yang. B. Yang. Chuhu Tao. Hu Vang. Aldo Rubio Lopez. Ben Berge. Thaddeus Robert Ribka, magna cum laude. Zachary J. Wittenhove, magna cum laude. Melissa Jean Herrick, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Communication Studies. Anna Lynn Hendricks. Daniel J. Gerber, magna cum laude. Austin Earl Erickson. Jacob Jeffrey Grochen. Amanda Lynn Stramer. Molly Elizabeth Jackson. Brittany May Elftman. Alyssa Quinlan Smith. Katarina Ruth Conradson. Rebecca Marie Dean, cum laude. Amanda Jo Schwartz, Honors Program. Tara Elizabeth Rydell. Hans Per Carlson. Scott Allen Trudeau. Anna Maria Strandemo. Brett Maverick Foster. Ezra Mark Joseph Hansen. Stephen Douglas Anderson. Whitney Nicole Gladden. Rick Wolke. Joseph Andrew Arnold. Jacob Robert Firm. Joshua Adam Beck. Reed Atkins Marble. Nicole Marie Weishar. Alice Marguerite Fagri. Emily Erin Nelson, Alpha Kappa Delta International Honor Society. Anna Sky Fuller, summa cum laude. Catherine Dolores Mappa, cum laude. Morgan Marie Marks. Leah Ann Jacobson. Adam Paul Brinkman, magna cum laude. Kelly Ann Thomas, magna cum laude. Laura Jean Jacobson, magna cum laude. Eric Joseph Arlene, cum laude, honors program. Nicholas Max Devet. William Patrick Gubash. Carl DeSoto Benson. Christopher Worley. Brian Thomas Dawn, Departmental Honors in Computer Science. Paul Vincent Martinek. Nathan William Altoff. Brian J. Eck, magna cum laude. Dixie Marita Scruggs. Matthew David Charbonneau, cum laude. Megan Joy Krosh. Justin Eric Hall. Whitney Andrew Tuthill Price. Christopher Allen Siegfried, Psi Chi Honors Society. Nicholas Scott Bale. Charles Harrison Hines, cum laude, honors program, Departmental Honors in Psychology, Psi Chi Honors Society. Samantha Lucille Wikuski, magna cum laude, honors program. Trent Gerald Anderson, summa cum laude. Bo James Hoyam, cum laude. Matthew John Benzick. Madeline Ann Rose, cum laude. Laura Marie Morales, summa cum laude. Jessica Beebe Pritchard. Christopher Raymond Slavic. Scott Michael Stanton. Charles Landon Bowie. Yasmin Rose Robinson. Caitlin Elizabeth Billison. Anthony James Rickoff, cum laude. Mitchell R. Gerald. Seth William Norberg. Tyler Lewis Jensen. Phoebe Joy Novitsky. Megan Elizabeth Kaiser. Casey Joe Barr, cum laude. Sabrina Ann Seipel, cum laude, honors program. Adam Joseph Langer. Callie Jo Holst. Taylor Elise Becker. Lindsay Jane Niederhaus. Lori Beth Barger, cum laude. Jessie Lauren Marolt, cum laude. Farrington Llewellyn Starnes II. Michael Orange, cum laude. Samantha Ruth Ritchie, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Brown. Evan Charles Decker, magna cum laude. Chase Antonio Salinas. John Nels Leonardson. Brandon R. Bukowski, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Ted Falk. Trevor Lee Doden. John Peter Perpich, magna cum laude. Courtney Lee Gamraith. David John Hines, cum laude. Alexis Lynn Thompson. Brittany Amber Dishaw, cum laude. Megan Anna Steffel, cum laude, honors program. Amy Elizabeth Lundberg. Devin Dodge, cum laude. Travis R. Anderson, summa cum laude. Austin Davis Cooper Turner, cum laude. Michael Joshua Anderson. Zachary Dylan Summer, cum laude. Anthony Johan Lovas. Catherine Mackenzie Walker, cum laude, honors program. Claire E. Bergren, magna cum laude, honors program. Samantha Christine Johns. Alexander William Bruckner. Avery Carl Winter. Keola Jackson Mboma.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please stand? By virtue By virtue of the authority entrusted to me by the faculty and the Board of Regents of Augsburg College, and upon nomination by faculty, I confer upon you who have completed the requirements the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science, with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and I welcome you to the proud company of Augsburg graduates, men and women throughout the world who live out the deep links between education, faith, and service to the neighbor. Congratulations. It's now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Mr. Michael J. Good, who is the member of the class of 1971 and is the chairman of the Board of Regents of Augsburg College. And before I ask Mike to come forward, I would just like to bring special attention to his work at the college over the past 4 years in which he has served this college so well as the chairperson of our Board of Regents, a very special assignment, an important assignment for this college. I hope you'll join me in thanking Mike for all of his good work on behalf of Augsburg. Mike Good.
Congratulations, Augies. It was 41 years ago that I graduated from Augsburg College, and I can tell you that my experiences here with great faculty and coaches and staff and pastors and friends really made it possible for me to go through a journey over the last 42 years that has been very interesting, very diverse, and I look forward to the journey that all of you will have as you hear your calling and as you may change that focus many times over the next 40 years. I did shake the hands of many bridge builders, I can tell you that, and this is a confident and strong group. We have 27,000 plus Augies throughout the world, and I welcome you to continue to participate, to network, to be involved in functions of this college. Don't stay a stranger. We're here to lend an ear, we're here to lend support, and we're here to cheer you on. You are called Augies. Wear it proudly. Congratulations.
And now, as our commencement exercises come to a close, I offer this charge to our graduates, the Augsburg College class of 2012. May you always be good learners, sharing your education and intellectual curiosity with a world that so needs your insight and understanding, your commitment to lifelong learning, and your willingness to take risks in service to the human estate. May you always be good citizens, individuals who join together with fellow travelers on the road of democracy to create a more just and humane world, and who follow in the footsteps of our thousands of graduates of this college dedicated to making a difference in the world. And above all, may you always be good and faithful people, people who recognize that the many gifts you have been given, gifts of education and friendship and opportunity, demand of you the role of the good steward in the world, taking good care of all that has been entrusted to us. Congratulations, keep in touch and keep the faith. We're all immensely proud of you and will watch with great anticipation as you commence your lives in the world as graduates of Augsburg College. May God keep you.
And now, graduates, it's your turn to get to your feet and thank all your family members and friends and faculty who are here to support you. Congratulations. Please welcome back the Jazz Instrumental Vocal Ensemble to perform the May Commencement Anthem, This Little Light of Mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
This little light of mine,
Oh, this little light,
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine,
Oh yeah, this little light
I'm
of
gonna
mine,
let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Oh, everywhere I go,
Everywhere I go,
oh, everywhere I go,
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Now all down the road,
All down the road,
all down that dusty
I'm
road,
gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let my light shine.
All down the road,
Oh, all down that
I'm
road,
gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine.
I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine.
It doesn't get any better than that. Thank you, Bob Stack and the Jazz Ensemble. Academic departments and programs will host receptions following the ceremony at Christensen Center and the Orrin Gateway Center. Please consult page 20 of your commencement program for these locations. Now I ask you to please stand as you're able for the benediction. The recessional will follow, which will be when the saints come marching in. We ask that our guests remain in their seats until the end of the recession. Pastor Dave.
Receive the benediction. Like a rock, God is under our feet. Like a roof, God is over our heads. Like the horizon, God is beyond us. Like water in a pitcher, God is within us and in the pouring out of us. Like a pebble in the sea, we are in God. Let us now go and build bridges and change our world as God has changed our lives in Christ. Amen.
much.